Yeah, we just try to make a video, but somebody's trying to erase it. We was talking about aggressive, dominant and submissive, right? And see, a person is want to be aggressive and dominant
First of all, I
and
wasn't being
erase a
aggressive.
video that was like a half an hour long. It was
I
28
didn't. I
minutes.
didn't erase it. Okay. I just said maybe we should go live.
All right, we live.
Okay, so yeah, you could repeat what you said then instead of me uploading
I
that
can't
whole
remember all that.
half an. Really,
Yeah, I can't remember all that.
it's your duty to talk. You talk on demand.
But yeah, but it's off the top of the dome, like it's freestyle.
Please, you're so
I don't
full of
remember
it.
word for word exactly what I said.
We were talking about being submissive in a relationship and why is it such a negative.
And I said it's not such a negative. I said it's situational. So the situation depends on the outcome depends on the situation.
And he also think that I should be a little bit more submissive.
I never said that.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was about to say I never said that. You are submissive at times. You ladylike. I say you ladylike, but
How am I ladylike?
sometimes
What I
you
mean?
huh?
What I mean? I'm ladylike.
You ladylike.
What does that mean though?
That means you carry yourself with class. Like you got class.
Okay.
You have class. I would say you have class. You
So
carry
having
yourself like a
class is
lady.
being ladylike?
Yeah, that's what I call it. I'm not into the feminist movement. I believe women and men are equal in different ways, but I'm not into what they call feminism and all that.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not? You
I'm
don't
not.
think a woman should have equal rights as a man?
I just said women and men I believe are equal, but I believe that women could do things that men can, and men could do things that women
exactly.
can.
Give birth, carry a baby.
Exactly. I mean, that's not all, but there's things that women could do that men can't do, and there's things that men could
So
do that
why
women
you don't
can't
believe
do.
in the feminists?
Because that's a ideology that somebody made up again, like we were saying in the first video. That's people from another place that got a certain way of thinking and living for historically that put that on our people. The black woman was always had a place and always had a voice and
So you're
power.
saying that a man should always be a leader?
I never said that. I never said that. I said it's situational. Sometimes women lead. There's been wars that was fought where women led and won the war. They brought us the victory.
Who's the best leader, a male or a female?
Depends on the situation.
Okay.
Depends on the situation. Strategizing, I would say the woman. Strategizing and having no fear, the woman. But just fighting and just like hand to hand combo, men.
Women could do hand-to-hand combo just
Not
as
like
good
a
as
man.
men.
Because can no woman on earth, I don't care what skill you taught her, could beat me. And no
You-
hand to hand combat. I'm serious. And that's
You
the
are not-
reality of it. I'm
You
serious.
beat you or beat a man in general?
No, me.
So you think you're like what, the greatest fighter?
So listen, Clarissa Shields is considered the best woman fighter, right?
Okay.
Or Muhammad Ali's daughter or whatever, right? They cannot beat me.
How you come to that conclusion that they
Trust
can't
me,
beat
they
you?
cannot beat me. They can't beat me.
Because
they've shown it time and time again. The worst ranked man in physical sports. That men like we using our limbs, not our brain, our limbs. The top woman can't beat the man that's at the bottom of the barrel. They done did it in tennis, but Serena and them was dominating, played some man who wasn't no good, and he could beat Serena and her sister. Billie Jean King, same thing in tennis, done did it. They had what they call the battle of the sexes, and it happens numerous times. They happen in boxing. They bring some girl who's good to try to fight some guy. Yeah, if it's a guy that don't know nothing and he's like you said, dominant, submissive. He's a submissive man that's just getting in there because they pushed him in there. Because like we was talking about leadership, if you afraid to lead, like me, can't no woman beat me in no fight.
it's not of being afraid to lead. Not everybody
No,
is a leader.
Some men.
That
Any
includes
man that
male
let any
and
man that
females.
lets any man that get in a fight, a physical fight, which I mean, we talking about war. It gets into the physical hand to hand thing, and lets a woman beat him. is not no leader.
Maybe she's better at fighting than he is.
No, she just more aggressive. Like I said, when women is headstrong.
Okay, and all right, as you say, maybe he's not
So
a
if
leader.
he's
Maybe
soft-
she's the leader because she whooped his ass.
I'm not knocking
And
her leadership.
how does it have to him being soft? Maybe she just know what she's doing and she strategized, as you said, and she whooped his ass.
Yeah, but there's a certain point where shared force wins the battle. It's like a tornado. When a tornado come through, no matter what you got in front of it, a tornado, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna tear everything up in the path. The wind is strong. You can't see it, but it's tearing shit up.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? Like
there's women out there who could whoop your ass.
there's women out there that could whoop men, but not me.
Whatever.
I'm telling you.
You ain't you.
Now, because I'm a leader, I know not to put myself in a situation where I'm gonna be fighting. No, where I'm gonna be even fighting a woman. That's something that may not even happen because I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm sharp enough to not let that happen. Or put myself in that situation. But if it came down to it, like, come on, man, like, can no woman, I don't care how much she work out, I don't care if she what's that called, her herbal life, I don't care about none of that. Like, that's not gonna work with me. I don't care if you was in the Olympics, I don't care if you know karate, I don't care if you Ronda Rousey, like, you can't beat me, like, so don't even try. Not with hand-to-hand combat. Now, if we was playing like darts or like maybe even running a race, maybe she could beat me in a race, maybe. Cause I'm fast, like, but she might be able to beat me in a race, like.
I bet
maybe.
I bet there's women out there that could beat
maybe,
you. A lot of women out there could beat you in a race.
Now that's stretching.
It's not no maybe.
That's stretching.
There's
maybe,
women out there
maybe.
who could whoop your ass in a race, and hands down.
I don't know.
You're not the best racer out there.
I'm one of the fastest people that you know. I am. I don't run. I don't run, but I could.
There's females out there that would whoop his ass in a race.
Listen, I raced somebody that was in the Olympics, and I sprinted them on the boardwalk.
Who's this person?
I forgot his name.
Yeah, he forgot his name.
Nah, he was not like a gold medalist. He wasn't Usain Bolt, but he was in the Olympics.
Whatever.
He was an Olympian. And I ran him, he barely beat me, and that was only because I wasn't, like, honestly, I wasn't trying my hardest. I just was running. And he told me, he said, yo, you should take it serious because you fast. I was like, nah, it ain't my thing. At the time, especially at that time, it wasn't my thing. I've never like smoked, drink, none of that stuff. So it's like I'm not in a position where, like, my God-given talent, I'm just gifted. I'm God gifted, what they call it. When it comes down to athletics.
You're also God conceited.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm dead serious. Like, because if I was conceited, I would pursue those things. You don't see me running down the street racing anybody that want to race. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's just that stupid.
It is. But there's people who do it. There's people who rap, who anybody they come around, they just start rapping. I'm not one of those people. Just because, and that's why I said sometimes you got people that got leadership qualities, and there's people that could rap and people that want to rap, but they don't rap when everybody's in the room, or they don't sing when everybody's in the room, or they don't display their talent. I'm not afraid. Like, if I know how to do something and I practiced it and I feel like I know how to do it, I'm not afraid to do it just because somebody's better than me or somebody been doing it, longer than me. I don't feel like I'm not intimidated by people, because at the end of the day, in my mind, I'm thinking like they can't beat me in hand-to-hand combat.
In your mind.
Oh well, but
you
that's
just
what makes
said it. In your mind.
But that's what makes me confident in a lot of situations.
In your mind, nobody could beat you in hand-to-hand combat. That's not the reality. In your mind, there's a big difference.
In my own mind, then that's the world I gotta live in, right?
He just said it. In his mind, nobody could
what
beat
they
him.
say at the
when in actuality, there probably is somebody out there in reality
so when they was talking
that could
about,
probably beat him.
So listen, at the not at a feast, but like at the closing, they was talking about the thought. That's where everything begins, in the thought, in the mind. The Ori, like boom, then it comes out. So I have to believe that in order to make it real.
Okay, all right. If you
I'm
say so.
serious. It's not gonna be real. That's why I said no woman beat me in no fight.
Whatever. First of
Can't.
all, I know I can't beat you, but as you should, I could strategize,
And so
and
could I.
I will catch your ass at your lowest point when you even know when it's coming. That I won't even need to beat you.
Not physically, maybe emotionally, maybe mentally. Things like
It
that
could
you
be
could.
physically because you won't know when it's coming, so it could be physically.
Yeah, but it's like but see, that's the thing. And like I said, being a leader, you know when to push and when to, what they say, you know when to hold them and when to fold them. Because listen, you really think that if somebody would just do something to me and just sail off into the sunset like nothing happened?
First of all, I didn't say
No,
that.
no, I'm just saying,
You're
but
saying that no woman
no,
could beat you in
no,
hand-to-hand
no,
combat.
no.
I ain't saying nothing about somebody do
I'm
something.
willing, yo,
You're
listen,
saying
I'm not a
that.
gambling man, but I'm willing to bet I will put anything on that.
Whatever.
Now you got women who's stronger than me. You got women who can run faster than me, like she said, and I'm not disputing that. But as far as hand to hand combat, no. And going back to the original thing with so yeah, I don't support feminism, just like I don't support Black Lives Matter, but Black lives do matter. I don't support the movement. I support what it actually is. Like I think women and men are equal in certain ways, but like as far as giving a fair chance. But there is a world that was created by men. Like women didn't build none of these steel structures and all that. They doing it now, but that's late in the game. Cause
Okay, but they're doing it now.
yeah, but
That's
they
all
not
that should
really
matter.
doing
That they're
it.
doing
They
it
not
now.
really doing
How
it.
you
They
know they're
just
not really
they
doing it?
holding the flag. They might be painting. They might do a little plastering. They're not doing those jobs. You think that they doing them?
No,
They not.
you think that they're
And
not doing
any
them.
woman who want to do that is cuckoo. She listen. They bought into society and they doing it for a job or for some type of pride when they don't have to.
Okay.
Because women have their powers, and I think women's powers is like I always said women are smarter than men.
Definitely.
I say that. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna talk about like on a math
Because
test or nothing like that, but like
we
just in
think
general,
beyond. We don't
yeah,
just
I think
think
women are smarter than
in
men.
the
I
instant.
think men are more emotional. I know that people say that
Definitely.
men like they'll say like, oh, women are so emotional. I think men are more emotional and
Definitely.
react off emotion, and men are aggressive. So that's why men get into fights a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like two men arguing, next thing you know they scrapping. Brrr, you know what I'm saying? Women, they could strategize and say what they say. They know how to hurt you in a whole bunch of different type of ways. But I think women are smarter than men. I think women could do a lot of things that men can, but when it comes down to the physical, that's where men win. Now, of course, there's some women that
Men
could
win
beat men.
because they know how to pee standing up and we can't pee standing up.
No,
That's how they
I'm
win.
not saying that.
I
I'm
don't
just
know
saying like
I don't know about
I'm
all the
just saying.
physical part. There could be
I
a
even think
female out there that could
I
beat you
even
in
think that
physically.
women's pain threshold is
That's
greater
a
than a man.
given. That is a
And I ain't even
given.
talking about having a baby. I'm not even talking about
First
that.
of
I'm talking
all,
about in
that is a
general.
given. I'm not whoever wants to say that's whoever man out there that say that they can handle more pain than a female. That's a lie. You need to wake up out of that dream right now. Females could handle way more pain than a male. That's a given. That right there is a given.
I think women, for the most part, that's not poisoned by the things in this world, like drugs or whatever. I think that women are like, for instance, like if a woman had a sister who had kids, she got her own kids, and then she got grandkids, and just say the parents of those kids are not around, a woman could step up and make sure everybody eat and figure out a way to take care of everybody. And yeah, everybody may not get everything they want, but I think a woman could make it they could navigate that better than a man. Because a lot of men, high pressure situations, they folded. They going to the store to get a newspaper and they never coming back. It's just what it is. They gonna hit the road, Jack. But women, they figure it out. A lot of times, most women gonna be like, all right, let's figure this out. And they're gonna make it happen. Like I said, so long as they not poisoned by what's going on in the world. Because nowadays, I see a lot of people that's a little more selfish and individual. But for the most part, just historically, I think women could handle situations. You know what I'm saying? Like different situations, challenging situations without folding. That I think a lot of men would just fold. A man will try to find an easy way out. Like go to oh, I'm about to just rob a bank or try to get some money real fast instead of plotting it out and just doing whatever is gonna, you know what I'm saying, keep the thing going without ending it all, like gambling everything in one shot. And then some men, they just gonna get up and leave. But some women, I think
and some men would figure it out also.
No, some. But I'm saying for the most part, women.
That that's just goes by a person's character.
Nah, but women got a character they nurturers. They have a nurturing character.
Okay, yeah, women have a nurturing character. Men have nurturing character also. Some female does not have no nurturing character.
Like I said, now because society, they lost it. There was a time where, listen, if you go to a place that's still living traditionally, that's living on their land where they came from, you'll see how the women are. That's how women are. Because they ain't tainted by the world. When you tainted by all this fake stuff that's in the world, of course you're going to start, women are not going to be women and start wearing pants and all that. And
ain't nothing wrong with a woman wearing pants.
Nah, I'm joking when I say that, but I say that because it's like, you know what I'm saying, women at a time were women and did things and they took care of everything.
Barefoot and pregnant in the house?
Nah,
that you trying to say?
Men was barefoot too. They just wasn't pregnant. Men was barefoot too. Remember, you was born naked. You didn't have no clothes on when you was born.
I know that.
So it don't matter what you put on. There's really no. But then if you living in a society where they got traditional dress, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got a traditional dress. So when you go to the temple, you gotta wear a head tie, right? And you gotta wear a dress. That's the traditional dress in that environment. You know what I'm saying? Like outside the environment, here they had women had a dress and men had a dress, but now it's like everybody's switching up whatever they want to wear. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that ain't how it's. If you're gonna live in a society, you gotta obey the rules of the society. A fireman is gonna wear a fireman suit. A police wear a uniform. Everybody got a uniform. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got different police in different countries that might wear different stuff, but that's how their society is.
I hear you. And you said something about you believe in Black Lives Matter, but you don't support it. How does that work?
So there's a political group, right, or an organization called Black Lives Matter. I don't support that because that ain't really about Black Lives Mattering, right? I support like just Black people mattering, our lives as Black people.
Shouldn't all people lives matter?
I mean that's, you gotta
like,
ask
don't
them
get
that.
me wrong. I understand that what's going on and with the Black lives, whatever. Listen, I understand that.
I'm here. Listen, when I say, well, I'll put it like this. I don't want to use that. I say Black, but what I mean is melanated people. People that got melanin, that's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about nobody else because they ain't worried about me. There's some cool ones in every group. Don't get me wrong. There's some bad apples in every group. But at the end of the day, they worry about them, and that's fine. I'm not against them. I don't want no harm to come to them. But I'm only worrying about matters to me is my people. I don't have this capacity to worry about other people who already kind of figured out how to navigate. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about my own people. I don't lose no sleep at night worrying about What they say is a saying. Say a lion never loses sleep worrying over the opinions of sheep. So I'm not worrying about sheep. I'm a lion.
Okay, all right. Well, I think all lives should matter. Okay, I understand.
I ain't say they don't matter. I
I
said I ain't worried about it.
understand why there's the Black Lives Matter movement. I understand that. I'm not saying no, whatever it is like that. But me being me, and I think all lives matter. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for Black Lives Matter because.
But let me ask you a question. Do you consider yourself black?
Yes, why? Why would I not
Alright,
consider myself
so
black?
do you consider, say, like a person from Australia, like original Australian? You consider them the people that's actually Australian, not the people who came to Australia and took over. Do you consider them black?
I don't know. I don't know what they are.
Listen, do you consider what y'all call the Madras? Yeah, those people. Do
What, the
consider,
Madras Indians?
Yeah, y'all consider them black?
Yes.
All right, so that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people, the brown, whatever they brown and down. That's what I'm talking about. The people that could work in the sun with no sunscreen, no matter where they at on the planet. That's what I'm talking about. Lives matter. That's why I ain't worried about nobody else but the sun people. The ice people, that's somebody else's problem.
That's just real.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just putting it plain. Like, listen, I'm not knocking them. I don't want no harm to come to them. Some of them is cool, yes. Some of them are cool. They are cool. But at the end of the day, I'm not worrying about that. That's not my problem.
Listen, we ain't say you got to worry about them, because why would you worry about them? You don't know them. You don't have no type of feelings towards them. Why would you worry about them?
I don't do nothing bad to them.
I understand that, but shouldn't everybody lives matter?
To me, no.
Listen, to me, it do.
Not to me. It didn't matter, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't worry, but that's what when I'm talking about is I don't worry about, I could care less about their lives.
Okay, I could care less about their lives also.
It sounds bad because
I don't know you personally. I don't what's the name you, whatever it is like that. So it's like whatever, but in a situation.
So I'll put it like this. So if it's somebody that's not melanated, that's affiliated, like say like they got kids or they married to somebody that's melanated, I'll worry about them. But I'm not worrying about nobody.
Okay, yes, connected. Because you have a connection to that person.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I said. I don't have no connection to them to worry about.
Okay, but it shouldn't be something like you don't care about their lives or whatever.
No, I'm just saying it doesn't matter. Meaning something matters means you care about it. It means like it's on your radar. Like you'll worry about it. Like I'm not worrying. Like I don't. I live in my world.
Okay, you're not worrying about it because you're not affiliated with these people. You don't know these people. You have no type of emotions or relationship with them. So,
yeah, so it doesn't matter. That's what I mean when I say that. That's what I mean. It doesn't matter. But like I said, if they connected to somebody, you know what I'm saying, that I know or that I love or care about, then I worry about them because I know the person that I care about or I'm connected to, I know they'll feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I will worry about that particular individual, but anybody else, like, I could care less. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to worry about that. It might sound harsh, but that's the reality of it. And like I said, there's some cool ones and all that. There's some that's funny that make me laugh and, like, things like that. Like, it's a comedian that's probably my favorite comedian of all time. It was a white guy, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he died. I didn't cry, you know what I'm saying? But I did cry when Michael Jackson died.
And Michael Jackson technically died a white man.
I mean, he had vitiligo, which was proven.
Okay.
Good. Plus, he kind of looked like me a little bit, so, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Please, I don't understand what you're saying because technically Michael Jackson died a white man. If we're technically speaking.
Yeah, vitiligo.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, vitiligo.
Yeah, okay.
But you can't erase his past. You know what I'm saying? Just because he, however you feel about him or whatever
I don't
happened.
feel that about it. I think Michael Jackson is a musical genius.
Yeah, but he
There's not going to be another one like him.
nah.
He's a musical genius. I love all Michael Jackson music,
Some people is
actually.
born with a gift. And this is the thing too about submissive and dominant, right? So I know that the kids make a lot of noise, right? And this is pertaining to Michael Jackson too. Michael Jackson father, according to the story, wasn't there, so I don't know. That he forced them or maybe beat them to be perfect. Maybe not beat them to do the music, but like he was aggressive in getting them to, yo, you gotta learn this musician, you gotta play every instrument, you gotta learn this, learn that, this, that, you gotta sing this way, you gotta do this, do that, right? So we got kids that's, you know what I'm saying, that like to do their music thing. That's why I don't really stop them from doing it. Because I'm like, yo, at least they could learn something or have something that they actually like. Because the era that I grew up in didn't have like, people wanted to be things that you would think that is what people would consider a bad thing, which is the wave that's going on now where everybody want to be a thug or a criminal and stuff like that. No,
How do you
listen,
figure if that's a way for everybody going to be a thug or a criminal?
because most kids nowadays that I see in my where I live at, that's how they want to be. When I walk past them, young kids, they got their pants hanging down, they smoking
Okay,
weed,
their
they doing
pants
this
hanging
and
down
they.
and smoking weed does not necessarily mean they want to be a thug or a criminal. That's
First of all, what
no.
upstanding citizen? First of all, listen, let me tell you something. I never wore my pants hanging
Okay,
down.
that's you.
I never wore my pants hanging down,
That is you.
and I never will.
Okay, that's you.
Yeah, but I'm
But
saying
just because somebody's wearing their pants hanging
no.
down
That I mean
or smoking weed does
the
not
outfit
mean.
don't make the person. But I'm just saying that's but there's a movement of people, a large group of people, because I was one of them that was growing up that wanted to be, you know what I'm saying. You listen to a certain type of music, you take a certain stance. You know what I'm saying. Going to jail is cool.
Going to
Having a
jail was
gun is
never
cool
cool.
to you. That was a rite of passage when I was going. It still is.
It is still not.
No,
It's
I'm telling you. Listen, amongst the youth or what they so called hood, the hood, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a rite of passage.
that's the dumbest thing
It
I've
is.
ever
It
heard.
is. But when you a kid and you growing up, you think that that is the way.
Not necessarily because the people I grew up with, they didn't think that was the way.
Yeah, but you didn't grow up where I grew up at. Is what I'm trying to tell you. So if I grew up a certain way, why would I want my kids to experience that? You know what I'm saying? Like I want my kids to have, if they like doing something, I'm gonna let them do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna really force them to do it. But if they like doing it, then oh well. I learned how to do it a little bit watching them. So you know what I'm saying? I'd rather them do that and play their little music, and eventually you never know where to take them. They might stop doing it one day, but at least they spend a large amount of time doing something that they like to do, and not something that everybody else was doing.
Okay, because that's not in this there as at okay, first of all, that was in your time. In this time it's a totally different wave
I think
of
it's
what's in
I
it.
think as far as influence, I think the outside influences are stronger these days.
The
There
outside
wasn't no
influence
internet
is
and all that.
stronger. But I highly doubt kids these days think going to jail is a rite of
Nah,
passage.
it is.
I beg to differ.
I beg to
In
not
this
differ.
day and
First
age,
of all, there's more kids now incarcerated than there was when I was younger.
okay, but it's not a that's not a rite of passage for them. That's
No,
probably
but I'm
just
saying
bad.
that's how they make
That's
it
probably just
seem.
they.
That's how they
Listen,
make it seem.
I
Let,
highly
let me
doubt.
tell you something. In a certain subset, whatever you want to call it, a society, when a person, you could take two people, and I've heard people say this scenario more than one time, but I always said this ever since I was younger, before I even heard anybody else say it, and I'm not saying I made it up. You could get a person that go to college 4 years or the military 4 years, leave the hood, and go try to do something positive with his life, get his degree, and come back. Ain't nobody throwing no party for him but his family. The whole hood is not coming out and campaign and free this person and party and giving them this and all these accolades. A person could go to jail for the most heinous crime and doing something bad to people in their community. And everybody in the hood will be like, free this person. Yo, they on a campaign, they online, hashtag free such and such. Knowing that he guilty, knowing that he's a menace to society. And this is what I'm saying, it's a rite of passage. They will celebrate him when he come home from jail. He come home from jail, everybody partying, oh, that's my nigga home, You know what I'm saying? And the person that went to college, they not getting the same reception from them. They getting it from their family, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they not getting it from the community at large. Maybe some neighbors, like some nice old man who live across the street, or the nice old lady. But the kids they age, they don't give a fuck about them going to college or nothing like that. They don't even care, you know what I'm saying? Now, females may be a little different. But men, why you think some people, like, I ain't gonna say no names, but it's some people that we know, they are obsessed with people that went to jail and asking questions and all that. Like, they obsessed with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, every time you say, yo, you know, you heard of this guy? Yo, this, that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is stuff that, like, just because you just because of, like I said in a video before, there's people that may have known you in certain situations that would look at you like a totally different person. Now they would be like, yo, you're not even the same person. But I am the same person. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, that always was stupid to me, the same way you think it's stupid. But it's like, yo, monkey see, monkey do. When you in Rome, you do as the Romans do.
What do you mean by monkey see, monkey do? Like in what?
Like I said, when you growing up around certain kind of people, you're gonna do what they do.
Okay, because that's their environment.
Exactly.
They
monkey,
probably
that's
don't.
what I mean.
They probably
monkey
don't
see,
know
monkey
no
do.
better.
Listen, some people know better. But some
Okay,
people
some
just
people
choose to
do know
There's
exactly
people that don't have
because
to
it's
do
a choice.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Why I said it's like a rite of passage for certain people, because there's people who don't have to do it, who go straight towards doing that. They want to do that, so they could feel like they somebody.
Because it's maybe in the environment that they grew up in.
Well, some people don't be happy. Some people got a happy life at home, and they will go against everything that their family try to do for them to go in that direction. And it happened a lot of times with a lot of people. Until eventually some of them, they go so far that they can't even get back to who they really was. Until it's too late. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I'm submissive with certain things with kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as my kids go, because I don't want them to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they want to do
With
something.
kids, we as parents is submissive to them in general.
Nah, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, so now whining is a problem, because it's just you whining for nothing. Crying because you hurt, I would never tell a kid to stop crying if they hurt.
Okay, I understand.
I would coddle them and know what I'm saying. So when I grow up, you can't cry for nothing, because you're gonna get it beaten for crying.
Well, you grew up in the caveman
There's
era.
not a caveman era. It's just how people are. There's different ways of doing things. Some people was like that because that's the way they grew up. So if your father was away and then his son is away, he have a son, he gonna teach his son that way, and it's just gonna keep going on and on. So somebody gotta break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, of course.
it ain't no caveman days, because there's people that still,
I agree with
right today, that's still
broken.
doing it. I seen people outside telling their kids, yo, motherfucker. I see women telling their kids stuff like that. Screaming on them, yo, you crying? Yo, you crying? You know what I'm saying? All aggressive towards a little kid and shit like that for crying, like, because they fell down. Like, you better stop crying right now. Now, if they fall down, they crying for like 15 minutes later, and they just whining.
Okay, maybe because they still hurt, or their feelings was hurt.
Yeah, now see, that's one thing. That's where me and you differ at, because after the whining, like 15 minutes later, you gonna have to shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when the old school, or whatever you call the caveman, that's when it kicks in. So that's when I gotta get aggressive, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm submissive, you know what I'm saying?
So you consider yourself the submissive one in the relationship?
As far as the kids go,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah, I'm more
Yeah, because
submissive than you.
a majority of the parents are submissive in a relationship when it comes to kids.
Yeah, I'm more submissive than you when it
You
comes
ain't
down
got
to
no,
kids.
we ain't got no choice.
Now you got a choice. The choice is to do what you feel naturally, or to do what you feel like to do what happened growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like if I treated them the way you be saying like, oh, you go military with them, like I ain't militant with them at all. At all. Making up your bed when you get up is something that you gotta learn now because listen,
I understand it, and I'm not saying no.
first of all, I got a son who, like, in the society we live in, he's considered a catch, just because how he look. So I know that there's gonna be people that's gonna come in and probably try to have his baby.
Because
You know
he
what I'm
light
saying?
skin?
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the first one. First of all, that's who used to
Because
say
he
that
had
about.
nice long hair?
And there's people that will try to have a baby with him, thinking that that's gonna be the same thing. But if he don't know how to make up his bed, then that's a problem. And he don't know how to clean up after himself and the wild stuff and spilling food all over the place. No, he don't have to do that. I let him be wild in certain
First of
ways,
all,
but
I don't know
not.
how the two go hand in hand.
No, but I'm saying because what happened is he's gonna be a person that a lot of them girls at a certain age is gonna feel like they want a
Why?
piece of him.
Why?
Man, listen.
Because he got straight hair?
Yep. Part of it. He got a nice complexion. He's a good looking kid. You know what I'm saying? And if he's a person that's wild anyway.
He's wild for now because he's 6.
Nah, he's just wild. That's just his personality. He's
No.
wild.
He's 6.
He's wild. He's wild.
He's 6.
He's wild. He's wild. And that's not a bad thing. He's just wild.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm
He's
saying
wild.
that he's 6.
He's wild.
When he gets older,
He's wild.
he's going to
So
start taking
with
it
him
down
being
and calming
wild,
down.
with him being wild, if he's gonna make a mess, but he should know how to clean up the mess.
And he do.
Exactly. So how's that militant? By me telling him to clean up.
I'm not saying that.
That's what I want to know. Like, you be saying like, oh, I'm militant and all this and that. Nah, I just want them to certain things they gotta know, like in the household. If you make a mess, you gotta clean it up. That's it.
Okay, I'm not
You know
saying
what I'm saying?
no.
That's not
but
militant.
you also got to realize that there's kids.
Listen, that's how you learn. You learn from a kid. Now I don't have to ask him. Like if I say yo, he'd be like, oh, all right, I'll do it. Now he say, yo, let me take out the garbage. I let him take out the garbage sometimes because he wants to take it out.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I let him do that. Now imagine if I'm not here and I didn't teach him that.
Okay, certain things he see you doing, he's copying. Because
Exactly.
you're his father.
Exactly.
That's
So
what
that
he's listening.
But how's
But
that
you
militant?
also have to give him room to be a kid.
He's a kid. That's why I said he's wild. Let him be wild.
He's wild because he's 6.
You keep saying that. You said he was.
The other 2 is wild also.
Nah, not as wild as him. He's wild. This little one right here is wild.
All 3 of them are wild. They act like they have no sense. All 3
one
of them.
One of them thinks he's a comedian. He thinks he's grown and a comedian. They got different personalities, but the two,
Exactly.
the first one and the last one, are wild men.
The middle one is wild also. He's just not wild when you're there. But as soon as you walk out the house, he's crazy.
That's because he's testing your patience. But like I said, man, he right there, he's wild, and the other one is wild. And it's not a bad thing.
All 3 of them is wild.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
It's not.
I'm saying that sometimes you got to leave room for them to be a kid.
And that's why they wild.
Okay?
Because
You
they
don't
leave
want
room.
them to grow
Now, if they
up
was like me, they would be
too
reading books
fast.
every day. They wouldn't be able to do no kid stuff. Everything would be programmed for them. Yo, you can't do this. You can't do that. They would be on
In this
scared
day
to
and
move
age, with
all the
these
time.
type of kids, you can't program nothing for them.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and people think like because I talk about my pops, he had an impact on me. I didn't live with him. but he came around at times. I've been to his house before. He used to live there where he had a room there. He come there sometimes, but it wasn't like he lived like we lived together. He just popped up. Sometimes he was there, but his presence was felt. So he did do bad thing. Well, I can't even say he did bad thing. He did what he knew, and it might not have worked for me. You know what I'm saying? But then it was things that he taught me that I still use to this day.
Okay, and I'm not saying no. I'm saying at the end of the day, you got to realize that they're kids.
I know they kids.
They supposed to make mess. They supposed to act a certain way.
Nah, kids, you don't. First of all, all right, now this is the thing. They got things called finger foods that you teach kids how to eat with, right? You don't give a kid a bowl of rice.
It's
no,
not
listen.
Their fault that you technically have OCD.
No,
that's not their fault.
No, there's things called finger foods that you give kids. Like they can hold it in their hand. That's how they learn how to eat. You know what I'm saying? You give them cereal or something like that or whatever. You give them certain things that they could use a spoon, but you don't start giving a kid a fork to eat rice with. You know what I'm saying? Or chopsticks to eat rice with because they're gonna make a mess.
Of course, you give them a spoon. I'm not saying no, but it's not their fault.
And you feed kids when they come down to certain things.
They could drop stuff because they're kids.
When you know, well, listen. When you know that it's gonna be a mess. Now look, it was times where you take them to a restaurant, food everywhere all over the restaurant. Come home, food everywhere all over the house. And it's like, yo, it's easier to just feed them instead of having to clean up the whole house.
Because you have a little bit of OCD. No. That has nothing to do with them. They have to learn to eat on their own. Okay? Because if you keep feeding them all the time, how are they going to learn?
You know how they going to learn? When you put down something on the ground and let them sit down and eat on top of it, then you just pick it up and clean it up. You let them make a mess. Why gotta do that for?
That's your what's the name? Because you got OCD. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Listen, there's no sense in making a mess just for the sake of making a mess.
They're kids. They're going to make a mess.
They're gonna make certain messes, but you don't give them like certain things. It's like, why would you give them like? Why would I give a kid a bowl of? I would give them noodles. I would not give them rice to eat.
I will give them a bowl because they have to learn how to eat a bowl of rice. Yes, you won't give it to them because they spilling and they make.
Now we was outside. They can get a bowl of rice all day.
Exactly, because you ain't got to clean up outside.
Exactly.
Okay, but that's not their fault that you got to clean up in here. That's not their fault if they eat in here. This is their house. They're allowed to make mess in their house. Yeah, you got to teach them to clean up their mess afterwards or whatever it is like that.
How's
but
that militant?
Can't scold them for eating and making a mess.
I scold them when they doing wild shit. That's when I scold them. When they doing it, when they making a mess on purpose. If I say, yo, eat in a certain area,
they not making a mess on purpose.
If you eat where you're supposed to eat and not in the bedroom and not in the back room and you're not flipping upside down in the bed and all that with food, I don't do food in rooms.
They don't eat in food in the room because they know that because they don't want the name.
Well, he does.
He's 2.
Don't matter.
He's still testing the damn waters.
When I tell him not to do it, how is that militant?
I didn't mean it like that. Okay? Well. I meant it as in he's 2. He's still testing the waters. He's not going to bring no food in the room to eat. He's not.
Who?
Teo, he's not.
I've seen him do it numerous times.
What are you talking about? With the pretzels? I'm talking about actual food. I'm not talking about snack.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he do stuff too sometimes. Like he do a lot of stuff, but he's not afraid. That's what I like about him, though. I like him that he's not afraid. I do like that about him. I respect that about him. He is not afraid.
Because he's 2.
No, because he's amongst giants. He's with 2 older kids and he's fighting for his place, and I respect that about him. I do.
Yeah, because he fights a lot.
Yeah, but I respect it, even though there's a little. I don't really want them fighting each other, but I respect him that he stands for what he believes in. Even as a baby, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like the oldest one, I respect the wildness of him. I do. I respect it. It's just in certain times he got to learn to control it a little bit. That's the thing.
Okay, yes, and I'm not saying no. I agree with that.
That's the thing. In certain places, like You gotta learn to not be wild. You think I don't want to be wild all the time and do flips and jump up and down all the time and crawl on my hands and do cartwheels? Everybody want to do that,
I don't.
but you can't.
Okay, but I don't.
No, you might not want to do that, but that's when I grew up. That's what people did. They did cartwheels, flips in the street. You know what I'm saying? They could run up the wall, do a backflip.
Okay, that was when you were
no,
younger.
but no. But what I'm saying is,
You're
but
too
that's
old for that now.
Nah, I'm not. But that's what I'm saying. I still want to do stuff like that, but I'm not. Like that would look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you stuff that you want to do, you just can't. You got to learn when you could do stuff and when you can't. Now, if nobody looking,
you're too old to be doing those shit now. Okay.
I mean,
you might do a cartwheel and crack your back, and that's it. Your ass is old.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
You listen, just because you never did no cartwheels.
I don't want to do cartwheels. There's a difference. I don't want to do cartwheels. I don't want to flip. I don't want to run up on the wall.
But you never did that though.
Because I don't want to do it. There's a difference.
Yeah, because you always was like the type that's like this and always in it.
I don't understand what I mean.
Picking up stuff soft like
that. I don't pick up stuff soft. I don't know what you're talking about. Just because I'm not into all that extra flipping and exercising and all that stuff like that. That's what's I don't want to do it.
Nah, but that's just because but that's what boys do though. Anyway.
Okay, exactly. You know I'm not a boy.
And I don't do what they did to them. Like when I was younger, they used to put two boys in a room that was around the same age, or like one was 2-3 years older. They put you in a room and let you fight, and everybody just stand around.
Well, as I said, you grew up in a whole different
you know
era.
What I'm saying? Like,
okay, I don't understand. I don't understand.
And this is why no woman would have never put a girl in the room because she would have got mopped up.
First of all, I don't know what's the name he grew up in because
that's what people do though. People still do that.
I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not listening.
But nowadays they probably do it on a video game. When I was growing up, you actually had to do it. Like there was you couldn't put that thing on your eyes and be gone like this and doing the fighting game and karate and shit. Like you had to actually get out there and do it.
Anyways,
people used to slap box and all that. Like now they don't do none of that. It's no physical contact. Now everything is just a bunch of jibber jabber. You know what I'm saying? Like just mouth. But it's a different time. But again, that's why I said I'm submissive with my kids when it comes down to they like making music. Let them make music. Is it loud? Yeah, it be loud. Like long as they, you know what I'm saying. It doesn't bother me to be honest with you. It really doesn't. But I know that sometimes you might be trying to sleep, so I tell them, "Yo, go in the room,
okay,
close the door."
It doesn't bother you, but it doesn't have to be necessarily an all day thing, also.
But that's what if somebody's passionate about something.
Okay, I understand that since they passionate about something. I'm not saying no. I'm not trying to kill the dream or whatever it is like that. But it doesn't have to be an all day thing. It could be balance.
It could be, but at the same time, it's
okay, take for example, Ty is more passionate about drumming than anybody else. Now Ty, because he wants to do it all the time, he don't have that balance because he wants to do it all the time. He don't want to sit down and finish his homework or whatever. He just want to drum all the time because he have that balance. I understand he's passionate about doing it, but he have to have some type of balance also. You don't have to be doing it from sun up to sundown.
Yeah, but listen, those are things that maybe me or you will want them to do, to have a balance with. People are born to do what they do. We just live in a world where what you were born to do, there's gonna be an opposite side telling you, yo, you gotta learn how to do this and learn how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are happy doing what they want to do sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that. I'm not saying no. But you still got to have some type of balance.
I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Balance is the key. Balance is the key for any good relationship, any good anything. Balance is key. You need to have some type of balance.
Yeah, but they don't, like, when they not off of school and stuff like that, like, it's like, yo, listen, man. That's what he like to do.
He needs some balance.
That's what he like to do.
Okay, I understand that's what he like to do. I understand what he's
like to do it too.
I understand that, but they still need balance.
I mean, he got balance.
He don't have to do it every day, all day.
I mean, listen, if he in school and he go to school, when he come back, if he want to drum before and after school, what's the problem?
No.
You see, that's this. Listen, but see, this is where me being submissive and her being aggressive in certain situations, that's where that come into play.
It doesn't have to be being aggressive.
Because
It have to
because
be
I don't
having
like I respect
balance.
your opinions with that, but I don't like if it was just me, I let him do what he want to do.
If it's just you let them do a lot of things that they ain't supposed to be doing.
Like what?
The only thing you're stern with them about is cleaning up after themselves.
Exactly.
Anything else,
It's being clean.
it's like water running off a duck's back.
It's being clean and respectful.
The only time
And respectful.
the only time you
And sharing with each other, things like that.
the only time you are stern or correct them is when they make a mess.
No, when they disrespectful.
You have them saying the F word all the time and you don't correct them.
I have them saying it, or they say it sometimes.
They stay saying it because you say it all the time.
Have you anybody out here that's in live? Is it anybody there?
No. You say it all the time. So
nobody heard me say it. I've been talking for at least an hour.
Okay.
Some change, and
but
nobody have heard me say it not one time. It's not even words that I really say like that.
Don't even start. You always drop in the F word. You
I
always
say
drop in the F word. Occasionally, my behind. He's always dropping the F word. Now all of them, every minute they drop in the F word. And even when he hears them saying it, he do not correct them. I'm the one that gotta correct them when they saying it.
They know when.
Do you correct them when they say the F word?
I probably don't notice it. Might not notice it.
No, how you not notice a kid dropping the F bomb? How? How you not notice a 2-year-old dropping the F bomb?
What 2-year-old?
Or a 4-year-old dropping the F bomb? Because you're so used to you dropping the F bomb that when they do it, it's like nothing to you. You just let them drop the F bomb. You see, because you're trying to be slick. You're trying to be slick because you do not correct them anytime they drop the F bomb.
That's not being disrespectful.
What
I mean when I say disrespectful, I'm talking about like if they see how like if he
they could go out in the street and they drop the F bomb in front of like a stranger or say to a stranger. That's
say that outside.
Disrespectful. They shouldn't be saying it in general.
No, but what I'm saying is they know not to say like certain things. They don't do.
They should not be saying it in general.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, all reality. Have you ever heard them say that in certain places? No, exactly. That's why I said what I'm doing.
They
works.
should not be saying. Me personally, they should not be saying it.
I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm not saying that they should be saying it, but if they say it, they don't say it. They know when definitely not to say it, and they know who not to say it to.
Whatever. Anyways,
so
you saying that because you always dropping the F bomb, so you making it.
But I know when not to say that.
But you're always saying it. So that's why when they say it, you don't correct them.
I probably say it occasionally. I don't think I say it like that.
You say it all the time. What are you talking about?
All the time?
You always dropping the F bomb. What are you talking about?
But you saying it like I just listen. I've been talking for over an hour. I haven't said it.
I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about in general. You always dropping the F bomb, and that's they got that from you because I don't curse like that. I have to be mad or pissed off about a situation or whatever it is like that to be cursing.
Listen.
And then when I say you're like, oh, that's just the way I talk. That's just the way I talk. Yeah, but it shouldn't be the way they talk.
And it's not. And listen. And it's also not. For me, when I hear people curse, it doesn't even bother me.
Exactly. So that's why you can't correct them because when they say it, it's like nothing to you.
No, but I'm saying I don't probably even be paying it too much attention. I pay attention to what people say in certain places to certain people. That's what I do. So like I said, if they being disrespectful, it don't have to be a curse to be disrespectful. When Zaire raised his voice to your mother, I let him know, yo, that you don't do. And she get the spoon and she take care of her business.
She be playing. She just get the spoon and then wait and put it down.
But I'm saying like if she got a, you know what I'm saying? She kind of aggressive too.
Okay, but she ain't beating nobody. She gets the spoon. Talking about I got the spoon.
Yeah, but at the end
And
of the
put it
day,
down.
I don't let them disrespect me. I don't let them disrespect you. I don't let them disrespect your mother. I don't let them disrespect elders. I don't disrespect elders.
Okay,
I
I
don't
understand
disrespect
that,
certain
and
people.
I'm not saying
And
no.
I don't.
But they shouldn't be talking at saying dropping no F
I
bombs.
don't
at
be
their
hearing
age.
them say that like that.
Okay, if you
You
say
be
so.
saying that
Say
I think you probably maybe because you be around them more. I don't know. Like I don't be hearing them say that like that.
Come.
Yeah, I got come on, peso.
All right, go back to no. Don't let him up. Let him go back. Come. Go back to sleep. Yeah, father. Just making noise.
Yeah, but I don't be hearing him say that. All I hear him say is, "Hey, monkey boy." He say that all the time. Maybe that's a curse. I don't know. He say
Taylor
that.
always dropping the F bomb.
I don't be hearing him curse like that.
China, go back in your bed.
I don't hear him curse like that.
Okay.
Now, Taino, I know he be trying to be funny saying certain things sometimes because he thinks he's a comedian. Yeah, I've heard him say that more than anybody else.
Okay.
Him, personally, yes. Them, nah. The other two, nah. They just wild. They just be running around acting crazy.
All right. I think it's time for bed. Yes, all right. So, nice having this chat with you.
Yeah, but I mean, we like I said, we can agree to disagree on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I believe that men and women should both be able to get along and both be able to be aggressive and submissive in different situations. Not all the time. Like there's no all the time one way. Because that's not how life is. Everything ain't one way all the time. Like you're not always happy all the time. I smile a lot, but I'm not always happy all the time. I might be mad for 5 minutes and then I'm happy after. I'm probably mostly happy, but I'm not always happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not always mad. I'm not always sad.
Nobody's always mad and nobody's
That's
always
what I'm
sad.
saying. Like so people is not always submissive. You know what I'm saying? Even the softest, submissive, nicest person, sometimes they get mean. I know a person that I know or I consider to be a nice person. Maybe they're they're so structured, but when I met some people that knew them from the past, and this is what I'm talking about. Different people got different things to say depending on how they knew you. I was in shock when I heard the type of person that they knew. I was like, nah, no way. There's no way that that's the same person that I know. But then again, I could see it in a way. Because then I'm like, I see how structured they are. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they just was advanced as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where they probably get that from.
Yeah, well, anyways, I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed.
All right, God. Well, yeah, it's been real, man.
Yeah, it's been real. Time to go to bed. I'm sleepy. Gotta get up early. All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, though. What's your thing? I'm just saying. Yeah, my name is Tanya. Hello, this is JusTaenya, and I'm just saying.
Who does that?
See? I knew you was gonna do that.